Michael, more disappointing news on the Xbox front as they don't care about Enotria and they don't care about you. Jyamma Games CEO blasts Xbox amid indefinite delay. Jez Gordon over at Windows Central tells us all about it. It's Monday, so it means another game must be skipping Xbox. Microsoft hasn't had much luck lately controlling the narrative surrounding the console platform. Microsoft revealed that Indiana Jones in the Great Circle is coming to PlayStation 5 as part of a hyped up, quote, one more thing, end quote, announcement at Gamescom 2024. The snafu fanned flames behind the idea that Microsoft is purposely undermining the Xbox Series X and S platform, coupled with a, quote, no console needed, end quote, marketing campaign for Xbox Cloud gaming on Amazon Fire TV sticks. Additionally, wild success of action Black Myth Wukong grabbed as indefinite delay on Xbox amidst rumors that Xbox competitor PlayStation sniped the Black Myth Wukong into some kind of exclusivity deal. This is hot on the tails of various other Xbox games going over to PlayStation, including Sea of Thieves, while a big publisher like Capcom skip over Xbox for remastered classic fighting games, as well as Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. Dude, the list continues, and it is not good. Here's the latest. Enotria, The Last Song, is an upcoming Souls-like heavily inspired by Italian and European folklore. Dude, let me tell you how cool this game is. I played this at Summer Game Fest. It was one of my highlights coming out of that event. This is a must grab. Except not for you.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you can get it on PC, Michael. So there's some hope for you, buddy. The game is set to launch on September 19th, 2024 for Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PlayStation 5. Or at least it was. The game now exclusively not coming to Xbox Series X and S for a statement on the game's website. Quote, unfortunately, at this time, we have to announce the indefinite delay of the Xbox version. We understand how disappointing this news is to the Xbox community. Unfortunately, despite our best efforts and the hard work of our dedicated team, we've encountered challenges that have delayed our release on the Xbox platform. We want to emphasize that this is not a decision we've made lightly. We apologize for any disappointment this may cause and sincerely thank you for your understanding and patience. As a self-published indie studio, your support means everything to us, and we are dedicated to bringing Enotria to as many players as possible. And, quote, it gets worse, Michael. We're not done yet. Yeah. So let's get into Jacky Gecko, the CEO of Jyamma Games, stated, quote, the context is open to store page and submission. We've Xbox Series X and S version ready, but we can't proceed with submission and release. I spent a lot of money for porting, and they decided to ignore us. And, quote, dude, they're just not answering. He continued on. A community manager known as Creatura said, quote, we are calm. In response to fan questions and speculations, I think this person is coming up with their own conclusions based on nothing, because we've never mentioned Series S, and we are not paid by Sony. And quote, dude, they're getting some backlash going on right now, right? There's a lot of things going, what is happening over here? Well, Jacky also continued on with, quote, you can ask Xbox why they haven't answered us for 2 months. Obviously, they don't care about Enotria, and they don't care about you. The context is open to store page and submission. We have Xbox Series X versions ready, but we can't proceed with submission and release. I spent a lot of money for porting. They decided to ignore us. And, quote, that's where it stands, Michael. Xbox needs, man, we always talk about how Xbox needs to catch up, and they just shoot themselves in the foot continuously this generation, man.
Yeah, and this one is sort of an interesting one because now it makes Black Myth Wukong's delay even more questionable, right? Because originally, as you said, as soon as this came out, the rumor starts like, oh, it's the S, it can't handle the S can't handle it, whatever.
Yeah.
Their communicator comes out and says, no, that's not true. We have a store page submission, they're just not answering us for over 2 months. So now all of a sudden I have to wonder, is this what the delay about Black Myth Wukong is, right? Because you look, this is an indie studio releasing Enotria. Black Myth Wukong sort of another under-the-radar studio, and you're like, is it just Xbox is saying, if you're not a AAA studio, we're just going to ignore you. And so that's where all these questions are coming. Is it no longer the S? Are we making excuses for Xbox? But yet this is just getting ridiculous, Drew. As someone who has supported Xbox for the last decade plus, I'm already on the fence after Black Myth Wukong of what do I want to do for Generation 6. And now all of a sudden, it's basically just going to be, are we even going to make it to Generation 6 for Xbox? Are we just going to keep getting games where it's like, yeah, they ignored us. Yeah, it seems like Game Pass is their focus, which you and I have talked about a ton on the show. This is just getting very disappointing as an Xbox fan, and it feels like less and less games are going to be playable on my console going forward.
It just makes you really kind of scratch your head as though, like, what is happening right now? We're on Xbox. Xbox has stated that they are bringing out a console, and their next console will be a defining moment in the console generations. I'm very curious to see what they're talking about, exactly what that means. But if they don't have the games, who cares? That's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, a lot of their games, even their first-party games, they're porting over to PlayStation, right? And then you're just ignoring indie studios now as well. How do you let somebody like these guys go? Dude, that's what I said. I played this game, and I've been talking to the PR company about the game. I'm in. Like, I'm so in on this game. It is fantastic. So if you don't have Black Myth Wukong, here's your time to shine for a Souls-esque feel of a game. And dude, it's so different from where we've been with other games. It's just unique enough that I'm not even a Souls guy, dude, and I want in, right? Like, it's just one problem after another with Xbox. Baldur's Gate kind of started the whole train, I think, of, hey, Baldur's Gate 3, we can't get the co-op to work on the Series S. Black Myth Wukong, who knows really what the nitty-gritty story is behind that one? Somebody at Xbox needs to figure it out. Sarah Bond is there. Phil Spencer is there. At one point, dude, I trusted these people, and I think their heart is in the right place. They're just not pulling it off. And PlayStation sits back with their hands up and goes, I'm not saying a word. And they don't need to, because they just keep getting more and more games on their platform because Xbox is just shutting others out.